people out there think it's important to talk about the beautification and keeping Long Beach beautiful.
Yes!
All right. I think it's very important, and that's why I tell Ed, whenever you want to come on the show, please come on the show, because the beach season is starting, and I think it's so important that we talk about the beautification of Long Beach. So Ed, you're next.
Howie, thank you. A couple of things today. Rather than just give you a little bit of great news about beautification, I think we also have some heartwarming stories about beautification. I'd like to share both of those.
Sure.
First, regarding the great news, I think if anyone's walking down the center area of the city, you're going to see some good things that have been done by the city. Planting a lot of wonderful looking plants, cleaned things up, took some weeds out, brushed things up, really some great things. But beyond what the city did, it's also what some of the volunteers are doing, and that's really part of an important story. So in the West End, as an example, just in the last week, the volunteers planted over 150 petunias, begonias, and roses. Looking great in some areas, really some nice stuff done in the parks and things of that nature. Beyond that, also in the last week, there was some painting that was done on Ocean View. If you know those planters that they have there, they've chosen 3 very beachy colors, and it's really neat, looking fine, and really attractive. Something I think makes both our own residents and perhaps our visitors feel well as well. A couple of things that are also planned regarding improvements. First of all, there's going to be a Long Beach Clean Team being established, which is a merger of the city plus some volunteers to try and do some cleanups. And there's one specific cleanup occurring in the West End, which is on June 27th, a Saturday, is going to be one of those cleanup efforts. Another important thing to try and just reduce what some of the ugliness is, but really impact with the beautification. And all these small things are important. Another thing that was done recently is sort of a minor thing, but we've included under beautification, which is the ticket takers. As you know, when you go up to the beach and the ticket takers there, we actually asked the city to establish goals for the ticket takers, like the Disney World goals. Saying hello, saying goodbye, saying thank you. Small stuff, but beautification can come in many different packages. So we think that was sort of important. Additionally, the heartwarming story is regarding the volunteers. So example, this morning, some of the volunteers were out there, and the people on the street, you got the real flavor of Long Beach from the people that were there on Ocean View. The ones that were bike riders, the ones that were walkers, and others. They were great. They were really very active in speaking with the volunteers. I had actually 3 people come up and offer me donations today to try and help. Several people also gave some paintbrushes and some paint, and actually did some of the painting themselves, showing how they're willing to try and just help. And it's that effort that's important. But it was really the interaction of folks on Ocean View when they saw the newly painted planters, the new flowers and things. They just had such a great smile, and that smile is contagious. And I think they all recognize that the old broken window theory, that if you try and reduce the broken windows, if you try and just improve how things look, little steps, that you really have a momentum that you create. And that's what we're trying to create, a beautification momentum, by doing some of the work with the volunteers. They did some great work in this last week. And as I mentioned, we had, at least personally this morning, I had 40 people that tried to help, either volunteering or just thanking the volunteers for the work that they performed. And I think volunteering does a couple of things. Not only does it result in some improvements, but it really makes you feel good as a volunteer. You're helping do something. And if you help other people smile and you help the place look better, beautification really can do a lot of that for individuals, the community as a whole. And so I think beautification is improving in many ways. Fortunately, many of our families are now getting back into new homes and things of that nature. That's part of it. But it's these other efforts, particularly from the volunteers, and now the chamber's getting involved, the city's getting involved, all of us can get involved and collectively really make this a very enjoyable place through beautification.
Hey, great job, Ed. Ed Glisso, a great job. And, it's great because Ed is so important in keeping the city beautiful. And really kudos to Ed and kudos to all the volunteers, because people aren't getting paid, but they love Long Beach, they have pride in Long Beach, and they want to see it beautiful, and that's why they're volunteering their time. So that is awesome.